This is the top 5 times when Beyblade Burst characters celebrated a little too early during a battle. I'm your host, TMS Beyblade, and you should subscribe for future videos. Let's get started with number 5. Fumiya vs. Delta. During this battle, Delta was using Venom Devilos, and during an attack that Devilos went after Wizard Fafnir, Fafnir was able to send Devilos into the wall, causing a fake out burst, aka Venom Devilos' special gimmick with its driver, Bullet. Fumiya decided to celebrate with a victory. Little did he know, Delta had other things planned. And while Wizard Fafnir was dealing with the miniature bay from Devilos, Devilos was coming in for a hard strike to then do his special move and burst Wizard Fafnir. Number 4. During Beyblade Burst Evolution, there was a battle between Free and Joshua Burns. During this time, Joshua Burns was told to not attack and just defend. While he did do that in the first round, in the last round battling against Free, he decided he wanted to take the spotlight and not be dull. And during this, he decided to perform his special move, going into attack Drain Fafnir, allowing for Drain Fafnir to start spin stilling. And with this attack, Joshua called out to his Beyblade Blast Genius to unleash an ultimate attack. Little did he know, this would be the demise of his bay. And what seemed to be Drain Fafnir sent straight into the ground and then straight up into the air. Little did he know, this one move caused Blast Genius to burst mid-air. And without him even realizing and looking away, he thought he had bursted Drain Fafnir. In reality, when he comes to look at the bay, he's in shock of his own bay being bursted. And so is everybody else in the crowd. Number 3. Iga vs. Vi. This is one of the final battles in Beyblade Burst Cho-Z or Turbo, whichever one you watched. During this battle, one of the bays had to burst, or in this case for Vi, had to be broken. And during this time, the armor was already off and Vi had sent a direct missile towards Cho-Z Achilles with his armor to try to break Cho-Z Achilles. And once that armor did miss, it hit the wall and came striking back in a perfect direct line towards Cho-Z Achilles, with Vi thinking he's in the clear, pulling this move off many times before, ready to break and destroy Cho-Z Achilles. However, in a split moment, I get called out to Cho-Z Achilles without knowing who won. Cho-Z Achilles gets sent flying into the air, but little does Vi realize that his own armor is hitting Phoenix. And then when he looks up at Cho-Z Achilles thinking that he sent Achilles straight up into the air, he realizes Achilles is still in one piece. Number 2. Fumiya vs. Loden. In a tournament, Loden and Fumiya had to face up against each other. The legendary Longinus vs. Fafnir battle, but in the GT series. Loden went ahead and struck the ratchet disc, losing a bit of stamina, giving Fumiya the confidence that he could burst Loden. Instead of trying to outspin him as a normal stamina type, he decided to go on the offensive. And with this confidence, he went ahead and called out to Fafnir to do some massive damage against Loden. And he tried to burst Loden by sending him straight into the wall. Little did Fumiya know that this was actually activating Loden's special gimmick with Zwei Longinus. Instead of bursting Zwei Longinus, the disc and blade was perfectly paired up to enable a huge strike attack for Loden. And with this newfound power between the disc and layer lining up perfectly, the counter strike went straight back at Fafnir, causing Fafnir to go straight up into the air and bursting, with also vaporizing Fumiya in the process as well. And finally, number 1. This is Iga vs. Vi. During this battle, Iga had Z Achilles while Vi still had Revive Phoenix. And Iga goes for Z Breaker here. By him not paying attention, little does he realize he knocked off the armor instead of bursting him. And during this time, Vi realizes this is his perfect time to strike, using the friction driver to counter around and power up Phoenix. And goes straight through Z Achilles, bursting him instantly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and which out of the top 5 times was your favorite Bay character that celebrated too early? Let me know in the comments, and make sure you subscribe.